Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about patch management, what is patching and why it's so hard. People are facing difficulty to implement the patch management and what are the best practices for implementing the patch management. Uh, if we just talk about individuals or company, definitely we are using some devices. Okay, that's devices, for example it is our end devices, our laptop, our computer. Okay, it is having some hardware, some software. When we are having hardware, software, then we need to perform specific applications. We need to we need to do certain tasks, and for certain tasks we need applications. Okay, and we are doing so many tasks, so then definitely we need so many applications. Okay, and those applications are the combination or the collection well synthesized set of codes. Okay, and these codes, when having certain kind of weakness, vulnerabilities inside it, then definitely the patch of that will come. The developer or the vendor will offer to just remove that weaknesses in their software, in their applications. Okay, they just release a patch, and when we install that patch, whether that's a patch that's related to OS, or that's related to application, or that's related to firmware, understand, we need to implement the patch to remove that vulnerabilities exist in application, in softwares. That's not a problem. Okay, we every day just we are receiving, whether this you are using Microsoft Windows or as Microsoft Office or other applications, say Acrobat Reader, we are receiving updates, new patches, and we just keep installing it. So is it difficult? No, that's not difficult. But just think for a moment. A company is having, say, thousands of the devices, whether that's end devices, your networking devices, router, switches, your security devices, your firewalls, IPS, IDS, VPN concentrator. And now just open up your mind, thousands of the devices, OS is just running on it, on those devices, and the applications running on those thousands of the devices. And this the patches, when it will come, it's not from one vendor. Even a single PC is just having the applications from different vendors. So we are receiving the patch by on the first week, and after 2 days we are receiving the patch from some different vendor, and it just give us the bombardment of the updates, of bombardment of the patches. Then it's become the headache for organization. Without the proper management of the patches, when you are installed, what you installed, okay, where are the vulnerabilities exist, you would not be able to manage it well. And if a single vulnerabilities lies on your system, and if that's the severity level is very high, likelihood is high, risk associated with that vulnerability is high, and if hacker will exploit it, they can damage your security system of your complete organization. So patch management is very crucial in the field of cybersecurity, to securing your assets, to securing your data. Now the question comes, okay, patch, now we understood patch management is very important, then how to handle it? What are the best practices we can do for implementing the patch management in a proper way. Okay, before that, moving toward the best practices, let me share with you in one of the story. In 2017, Microsoft just published a patch for vulnerability of their MS Office. Okay, and even after the receiving that patch, people were not bothering about it, and even companies were not implemented it. And around the world, hackers just performed the ransomware attack, and more than 140 countries on 140 countries, hackers launched the ransomware attack, and it affected many organizations, many individuals who didn't patch their system. They just open the door, open that vulnerability for the hackers, and then they just damage a lot to multiple organizations and individuals. Now question come, it's not easy, it's difficult. What are the best ways, what are the best practices you can use to implement the patch management? This is the list of the best practices. First of all, what we need to do, make an inventory of each and every devices of your system. It's very important. Generally many organizations don't take it seriously. They don't know what devices exist on their network, what software are they running on it, what hardware is there, what are the applications they are running. Until unless you don't know what exactly you have in your organization, how just you are going to make a record of how vulnerable those devices, those software, those applications. Okay, and until unless you don't know, you cannot focus on removing the vulnerabilities. First of all, make the inventory of your asset properly. Okay, and after that, try to establish the automated patch management. Automate it as much as possible. Automate it. When just you get the patch, try to implement it, try to update as quickly as possible, because if vulnerability exists, it's known. For hacker, this is the opportunity, this is the time period, opportunistic time period for them to implement the exploit for the certain known vulnerabilities. If you will not patch, they will launch attack on your devices. Okay, and just prioritize it, take it very seriously and put it on the list of your priority, so that on priority basis you can implement whenever the patch will come. And it must support for the different platforms, whether just you are using your Linux operating system, Mac, or your Windows operating systems, when you are using different applications from different vendors. When you are implementing a patch management, it must support it for all of them, not to just specific vendors, because you need to patch each and everything about your organization. Understand? So it must be for heterogeneous OS platform. And as I told you, make the comprehensive inventory for your hardware and software, and the applications which are running on our machines, take it those seriously as well, because when the developers design an application, they just try their best to give the features, but if they are not concerned about the security, then definitely there will be flaws in their applications. Okay, and after the deployment of that application in production, then the things will come in front of them. Yes, there is some weakness, and then again they will generate some code, they will generate the patch. Okay, so we must understand, yes, this is the application, either that's from in-house applications we are having, or the application we are using from very reputed vendors. We must concern about if the patch is available, immediately just patch it. Okay, and when you are patching, or the time schedule you have given, how many devices you have patched. For example, on the, you just segmented it. From first week I will just patch that segment. Okay, and then what's left, you also need to document it. When you patched, clear cut document it. Until as you will not document it, you will never come to know who is pending in your list. Okay, so documentation is very, very important. And develop a test environment. It's a lab of your kind of major software hardware you are using. Make a separate lab on those, and test your patch on those devices. If that's working, finally it's not disturbing the work of our production, then go ahead and implement the patches. Okay, and this is very, very important. We need to know what vulnerabilities exist on the system. So vulnerability assessment tests should keep going on. You must aware of your vulnerabilities exist on a network. If you will not do it, then what you will patch? So it's very, very important to implement all these things. Patch management, it's very crucial, and we must take it seriously. So follow me on the Cybersecurity Prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Also share that session with your friends, group members as well, so that they can understand the patch management, its importance, okay, best practices, and how they can save their companies, their data from cyber attacks if they will take the patch management seriously with a proper way they will implement. Then definitely it will be very, very beneficial for them. So see you in the next session. Namaste.